Hi, friends. Happy Thursday. It's me, Janet. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Let me see what I can get here. Friends. Oh, we don't need that. All right. So I've just been trying to figure out my videoing uh, with my new phone. And let's see here if I am live or not. Okay, I'm not seeing it coming up on my iPad. There it is. Am I live now? Hi, Sue. Okay, I guess I am. So what I've been having trouble with is this weird yellow banding light. So I turned my one lamp off and I'm not seeing the yellow light. However, then it makes it kind of dark. And as soon as I turn that on, there's that yellow light. There's that yellow band. And it seems to be coming from my OT light. So I'm just wondering what to do about that. So let me see here. I've moved it around some and I will see if that helps, and maybe I won't get that yellow. I'm not seeing it now, but then I'm also, oh yeah, here it comes, starting down at the bottom of the phone. All right, am I even live? I think I'm having trouble with my Wi-Fi. Okay, if anybody's watching, can you let me know if I am live or not live? I'm still on, okay. And can you see that yellow band coming through across the screen? Because I can, and I don't want to have that. It's super frustrating. Yeah, when I turn that light off, it goes away. Okay, I turned my light back on, but I moved it, so let's see what happens with that. I'm not seeing the yellow line now. I just want it to be bright enough for you to see what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm having to monkey around with this, but if you only knew how frustrating this has been. I've got a super cute Valentine to share with you today. So, okay, there I can see I am. So I'm using the Country Bouquet bundle. Well, it's not a bundle anymore. So I'm using the stamp set and the punch. When this first came out, I think it was last year, you could bundle it. Now you can get it separate, but it is in the annual catalog. I'm also going to be using the Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder, also in the annual catalog. And what else am I using? I am using these. These are fairly new. These are the deckled circle dies, and look at, you get a gazillion of them. And so this can be, I'm making it into a Valentine today, but you can make it into whatever you want. So if you're not into Valentines, you don't have to make it into a Valentine. All right, let's get started. And how's it going? Oh good, the yellow is gone. Yeah, it has to do obviously with that hot light. So I'm going to have to get some different kind of a light in here, I guess. My new iPhone doesn't like it. And if anybody else has well, I don't know. It would probably depend on if you're doing videos or not. So, Sue, if you're still there, can you let me know if is this going in and out as far as being live? Is it coming off and on? Because it is on my end. So I don't know whether to stop and restart or what to do here. Okay, hi, okay, great, thank you so much, Sue. Okay, so the colors I'm playing with today are Petal Pink and Cherry Cobbler. And I'm flipping my stamp pads over because I had just re-inked them yesterday and I had them flipped so that the ink could soak down into the pad. All right, so I've got the standard card base size, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I have this piece is supposed to be slightly smaller. It is. Okay, so then my cherry cobbler is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and the white is, I think, 4 let's see, 4 1/8. Okay, so no. So the cherry, oh yeah, it's the cherry cobbler. Sorry. The cherry cobbler is cut by 4 1/8 by 5 and 1 2 3/8. And then the white piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have another piece cut that size for the inside. All right, so the white, let's see, is that where I want to start? I think that's where I want to start. And I am going to go ahead and emboss it with this embossing folder. I really like this. Let me see if I can, hopefully you can kind of see it. It's a really kind of distressed look, and then it's got writing in there as well. So I'm just going to put it in the embossing folder and line it up with that line that is on the front. Right there, you can see that kind of helps when you have embossing folders that have a design that you kind of want to keep straight. So I'm just going to run this through my machine, and with any embossing folder, you always want to run it through your machine with the closed end, the folded end first. It's kind of beveled, so it helps to grab into the roller of your machine and pull it through easier. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, so there we go. Very pretty. Okay, I have to keep reconnecting for some reason, so I hope that it's not doing that to you guys. And how is the lighting looking on your end? If you could let me know, that would be helpful. Okay, so I have two of the dies from the deckled circles that I showed you, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so the 6th and 7th from the smallest. And I'm going to be doing the largest of those two with the white embossing folder. And I'm just going to, I mean, the embossed piece that I just did. I'm going to try to center it there, and I will just stick a little piece there. Oh, good. Thanks so much, Sue. All right, and then let me just run this through and I'll be right back. Okay, I had to adjust my plates there because with that 3D embossing folder, it uses different. Okay, and what I should have done is I should have cut my circle out first because the embossing flattens out a little bit when you run it through again to cut out this. So I'm just a little discombobulated with the whole video. So I should have embossed that first, but the embossing is still there. You can still see it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get my paper here, my white, onto my red where I want it. And then bring in that next smallest circle die, if I can get a hold of it here. There we go. And I'm going to set it where I want it there onto the red. And then let me lift the white off here and put this where I need it. And I'm going to run this through and cut it. Okay, I'll be right back again. All right. So there we go with that. Now, don't throw your pieces that you cut out, don't throw those away because you can use those on something else, even if you're just using them to die cut something else out. But you could certainly stack them on top of each other and make something else with them. So I don't get rid of that kind of stuff. I just stick it in with my scraps from that color package of paper. Okay, so now I've got my 2 layers ready here to go. And so I can go ahead and attach those. I'm just going to use my ATG. And I like to kind of do 2 layers there in the thicker part. And let me see if I can get this lined up okay here. My circles aren't lining up very well. I wonder if something slipped when I cut it. Let me turn it around this way and see if I just have it turned. That might have been the problem. Okay, there we go. It's not perfect, but it will be okay. All right, so I can set that aside, and I've got a piece of white here. This is going to be fitting behind here, so you just want to have a piece that's not going to, you know, poke out on the sides or anything, and I'll try to keep my stamping as much as I can in the center. So I'm going to use this stamp and this stamp here, but I'm going to start with the leaves. And what I need to do is get my embossing helper here, because I'm going to do some heat embossing. So I'm just going to powder that up a little bit. Okay, and let me get this on a block. I wish I could keep this going live on my iPad. For whatever reason, it's not staying live, so if people are commenting, I can't see them. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up with my clear Versamark. And try to get it in the middle here as much as possible. And let me just bring my little embossing tray over here. Okay. And then I've got some gold embossing powder. So I'm going to do the leafy part of this heart in gold. Wipe away any stray stuff. That looks pretty good there. Okay, it's gonna get loud for a second. The magic of heat embossing, I just love it. Okay, so there is that. Let me clean this up real quick so I can get it out of the way. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to figure out this lighting situation. Didn't have that problem with our other iPhones, but then we upgraded to these new ones and causing me issues. I don't like issues. Okay, so I can pull this one off the block and get the flowers. I think this is such a pretty set. Country bouquet. All right. All right, so I'm going to ink the flowers up with Petal Pink, and that's the same color as the card base. And this is a 2-step stamp set, so it should line up. Should line up, right? I just have to get over it in the right position here to do that. Let's try this. Pretty. Yay! I don't know about you guys, but I just get excited when I stamp. Okay, so there is that. And now, if I didn't get it positioned quite right on there, I will have to do some trimming, but that's okay. We're going to put it right in that circle. So what I am going to do is put my adhesive on here. And I might have to monkey with that too if I get it too far into the circle area. But this adhesive is really easy to kind of roll out of the way. All right, so let me just lay this down and bring this over here. Yeah, you can see it right up there at the top. So let me just roll that out of the way. Did I get it? Not enough. One more little area. There we go. Okay. So there is that. And now I can go ahead and attach this to the front of the card. I need to give that a little bit of a crease here. Move some of this stuff out of my way. All right. So since I've got this kind of extra bumpy layer on the back, I like to put adhesive across the top of that also. So I'm going to go around the edges and then I'll come back and go ahead and put some right on the back of that white piece. Make sure yeah, it's a good thing I checked that, or I would have been putting this on upside down. Okay, let's get this on here. So what gave me the idea for this card, if you watched my video that I showed the cards from last Saturday on Saturday Morning Makes, there was that one with the pretty heart card, heart cutout that had the scenery picture behind it. And so that kind of inspired me to do this one today. Okay, so that part is ready there. Let me see here. I think I need another scrap that I didn't grab, so let me grab some more white. Here's my big bag of white and black scraps. So I probably have something in here I can use, and if not, I will go to my regular package of paper. All right. Obviously, I didn't have all the pieces I needed. I'll just cut a chunk of this off. And actually, I'm going to need kind of two separate chunks, so let's just do it like that. Okay, so now let me go back to the stamp set here. I'm going to load up this pretty heart one onto my block. And obviously it's been used a few times because it is pink. Okay. So now I'm going to stamp that with Cherry Cobbler. Uh-oh, it's coming off my block. There I go. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Inking up your ink pad helps a lot. All right, now we need the punch. Trim a little off the bottom here. I don't know if you could hear my cat meowing. She's like, "What are you doing back there?" I have a gate across, so they don't have access to come in here with me. Just because my dogs tend to do naughty things, like pull clothes down and stuff like that. So if I can't see what they're doing, they're like little kids. It's like, Mom's not looking, let's do this. All right, let me clean this off so I can use this block. And then I'm going to grab the leaves here. Because this kind of makes like a heart flower if you want it to. And I do, so. I'm going to use some garden green here for the leaves. I think I got it plenty inked up. It's all over my block now. There we go. And I better get that off of there so I don't get green ink everywhere. All right. There's my leaves. And I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue here. So you can kind of position them any way you want. Very pretty. Okay, so now I'm just still using edge pieces here of my dimensionals. But there's so many edges on here. Can't waste it. And let's see, do I want one little piece down there at the bottom? I think I do, and here is one little piece. There we go. Uh-oh. My glue's not dry. My goodness, I can hear the traffic from 101. I can't believe the weather we've been having. It was sunny this morning. It's been staying in the 50s through the night. Crazy, crazy. After a week ago, it was, we were struggling to stay warm. It's just crazy. Okay, so I am going to just put this right here. Let me fix my leaf. I got it a little wonky. All right, that's gonna go right there. And then this little heart, we're gonna put right here. So cute. All right, so now then, let me skip to the inside. I have loaded up on my block Happy Valentine's Day from the stamp set. And I'm going to use the cherry cobbler. And I'm just going to pop it right there. So pretty. And I'm not going to put that away because I'm still going to use it. And then also from the stamp set, I have the two little solid hearts together on my block. And there's also little outline ones. So I'm going to use these. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to go back to the petal pink color. And I'm just going to put some little hearts there. And some little hearts here. And that will be the inside. I am getting darn close to 2,000 subscribers. I'm so excited. So when that happens, I'm going to do some sort of a giveaway. There we go. So there's the inside. All right, now then, I've got a scrappy strip here, and I have the Just Wanted to Say on my block. And I'm going to ink it up in the cherry cobbler. Let me see if I can get it on here fairly straight. Try to get over the top of my situation here. Yay! It's always so nice when it works out. All right. Okay, so let me get some scissors. And I am going to try to equally trim this off over here. Not too bad. All right, and then I've got my little finger dauber, and I'm going to bring back the petal pink. I'm just going to ink around the edges of this a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this flat. I didn't put the pin back in my glue, so come on now. There we go. So did the groundhog see a shadow today? I have not heard. What's the forecast? I'm just going to pop this on right down here. Can you believe it's February already? Because I can't. I mean, wasn't Christmas like yesterday? Okay, there's that. Now then, we need a bow and we need embellishments. I'm going to use the champagne rhinestones. These are not available any longer, but I love them. They're beautiful. They're in my stash, and I'm going to use them. And my ribbon is also from my stash. So it is a Stampin' Up! Ribbon, and it's petal pink. Now you can get this ribbon in vanilla. Now that's available with the gold edges, but this one's petal pink. All right, let me get enough out here. I'm going to do a finger bow. I'm going to do a double finger bow. So if you haven't seen this before, I'll go slow. So you grab the end, you leave a tail here, you grab the end, you wrap it around your index finger, you come up, wrap it around your middle finger, go under, wrap it back around your index finger, come back up, wrap it around your middle finger, and then you're going to cut another tail. We still have to do another wrapping, a bit of a wrapping to tie, so I'm going to leave it that long, okay? So you're going to come back up in between your two fingers, take it over this whole bunch and down between your fingers and grab the end, so she says. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Down between your two fingers. There it is. Grab the end, pull it back around, tuck it under that loop that's over everything. Push it through, grab the end, and tighten it up. And I like, because this is going down this way, I like to pull that end also down that way, okay? Then the trick is to get it off your fingers. It just makes the prettiest little bows. Okay, there we go. Look how pretty that is. Okay, and then trim it off to your liking. I always like to cut it aslant. There we go. Very pretty little bow. Okay, let me get that ribbon out of my way and bring in glue dots. And I like to put a couple of glue dots on the back of my bows. Kind of one on each side of the knot. There we go. And I'm just going to pop this right up here at an angle. So, so pretty. Okay. Now then, did you know if you have clear rhinestones and alcohol markers, you can make your embellishments whatever color you want? You certainly can. So just because these champagne rhinestones aren't available anymore doesn't mean that you can't make some in a very similar color just by using sort of a light brown marker or kind of a gold colored marker. All right, so I am going to put one, let me see. Well, since that tail wants to hang down there, I'll just put one right here and one right here. And I think what I might want to do is pop one right onto the heart. That might be kind of pretty. Yeah. So there we go. Very pretty, I think anyway. I thought I brought my little shoe card in here, book in here. I might have to run away and get my book for story time. We're starting a new one today, and I thought I brought it in and I didn't. Okay, so there is that one. And here was my first one before I re-inked my cherry cobblers. So you can see the difference there. And my the position of my stones are different. I'm gonna go get the book. We have to have story time. Stay tuned. Okay, it's gonna take me a minute. I'm so slow standing up, you guys. Okay, here I go. Okay, so sorry about that uncommercial interruption. All right, so the book that we are doing, this one I found at the thrift store, is called If the Shoe Fits, a Treasury for the Shoe Lover. Okay. And somebody put a fun little sticker in here. And it's got its own little bookmark. This is from 1998. Introduction. Every woman can see her own history reflected in her wardrobe of shoes. What she wore with the shoes, where she went, whom she was with. We strongly believe that a passion for shoes is indicative of a passion for life, and so we have collected this small treasure trove of shoe lore and fact. And there's all cute kinds of little shoes there. Give a girl the correct footwear and she can conquer the world, said Bette Midler. Perhaps that's what Imelda Marcos was looking for as she accumulated over 2,700 pairs of shoes. At any rate, it would be fun to try. The average person takes 9,000 steps per day and walks the equivalent of 3.5 times the circumference of the earth in a lifetime. The first shoes were probably made of woven grass or rawhide tied to the feet by means of thongs. We would likely describe them today as sandals. Evidence of shoemaking has been found dating back to the 10,000 BC. Ancient wall paintings depict Egyptian sandal makers at work. Okay, let's read. We'll read one more page for this time. The average American buys 5 pairs of shoes per year. How many pairs of shoes do you buy a year, do you think? Let me know in the comments. You can include shoes for your family if you want. How many pairs of shoes do you think that your family or you buy in a year? Let's see. Okay. This is going to be fun to read. We'll probably go through it a little faster just because I want to keep reading and reading. All right, you guys, thanks so much for putting up with me today. My whole situation with the lighting and my phone and having to run and get the book. Oh, I feel like it was really a discombobulated video, but we made it through. I really appreciate you being here. If you would like to shop for Stampin' Up! With me, you'll find the link in just a little bit in the description box below. Give me some time to get all that information loaded up. I do need to go in and grab a new host code for February. When you shop with me during the month and spend $50 before shipping and handling, I will send you out a thank you gift the following month. I'm a little bit behind, so forgive me if you haven't received yours for January yet. With the whole weather situation and stuff like that, I'm just a little bit behind. But it will be coming, okay? So anyway, yeah, you'll be able to find that information below. And I hope to be back on Saturday with a Saturday Morning Makes. Have a great weekend ahead. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.